Today, we're diving into something we all do, but few of us truly understand. It sounds like a simple topic, but the truth is that sleep is a complex and fascinating process, and there's still a lot we're learning about it. While we know that sleep is crucial for health and cognitive function, we still don't fully and completely understand why we do it, the precise mechanisms of sleep, and the full extent of its impact on the brain and body. We generally take the idea that sleep is how we rest for granted, assuming that it's our body's way of recharging. But it is a bit of an outlier when it comes to overall bodily functions. There isn't a time of day in which our hair grows or stops growing. There isn't a time of day in which our cuts or bruises actively heal or actively stop healing. The vast majority of what our bodies do happens all the time. But sleep is something else. It's not a constant function. We have to do it or we literally die, and exactly how it happens and its exact details still escape researchers. We do know, however, that sleep is a fundamental physiological process characterized by a reversible state of reduced responsiveness to external stimuli, which is a very academic way to say that sleep is something our bodies and minds do when things are quiet and relaxed, and it's temporary, meaning at some point we wake up. And despite what we might think, it's not simply a period of inactivity, but rather a complex and active state during which the brain and body perform essential restorative functions. Sleep involves a shift in consciousness, in which our awareness of our environment is significantly diminished in some way, although the extent to which that awareness is diminished differs from person to person and can shift as we age. Hence, some people are light sleepers while others are dead to the world. Sleep also consists of cycles and stages, although these stages and cycles are not as uniform or regular as you might think. The most well-known of these stages is REM, rapid eye movement sleep. But there are others, and each is fundamental to the process of healthy sleep. Typically, most people will go through 4 to 6 sleep cycles each night, per 6 to 8 hour window of sleep. When you first fall asleep, that first sleep cycle is usually the most brief, with subsequent cycles lasting longer. Stage 1 sleep is generally quite short, just a few minutes. It's most associated with falling asleep, and it may or may not appear again throughout the night. Stage 2 sleep is a part of sleep in which body temperature drops, brain activity slows, eye movement stops, and muscles relax. Altogether, we spend the majority of our sleep in this stage, sometimes called N2. Stage 3 sleep is also called deep sleep. It's harder to wake up from this stage of sleep, and in this stage, the slowing, relaxing that your body enjoyed in stage 2 is further deepened. During stage 3 or deep sleep, the brain exhibits something referred to as delta waves, something you may have heard of, as some sleep remedies include listening to recordings that claim to induce delta waves. Whether they do or not is up for grabs. But this sleep stage is fundamental to restorative sleep. It's believed to aid in the immune system and is essential for recovery. Some experts believe that it is also fundamental to creativity, effective memory function. Most of us get the bulk of our stage sleep in the first half of the night, and it generally lasts for about 20 to 45 minutes altogether. As we age, however, stage 3 sleep shortens. The fourth stage of sleep is called REM sleep. While we're in REM sleep, our bodies temporarily restrict our ability to move, although we continue to breathe, circulate blood, all that good stuff. And our eyes move. In fact, our eyes move sufficiently that they can be seen moving very quickly beneath our eyelids, hence the name rapid eye movement, REM sleep. During this stage of sleep, our brains become more active, almost as if we're awake. And although dreams can happen at any stage of sleep, we have our most vivid dreams during REM sleep. And we get the bulk of that REM sleep in the latter half of the night. It can last for about an hour or so altogether. REM sleep is another essential part of sleeping and is believed to be responsible for healthy cognitive function, memory, and brain health. Sleep is also governed by the planet, which is to say our internal biological clock, as informed by the cycles of day and night. We're programmed to sleep at night. The ebb and flow of daylight and also artificial light directly affects the body's ability to sleep and wake. Lastly, any number of things can affect the length, quality, and frequency of sleep cycles. Age plays a role for all of us, and sometimes chronic health issues such as apnea disrupt and disturb effective sleep cycles as well. Other things that we have more control over, however, also play a role. Things like consuming alcohol, caffeine, THC use, travel, emotional and physical health, and sleep hygiene practices all factor heavily into our sleep cycles. When our cycles go off course or happen ineffectively, we experience problems with brain function, physical health, and emotional well-being. Understanding sleep is the first step to improving it. In future videos, we're going to dive deeper into sleep problems and their solutions. So make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, do all that good stuff because you don't want to miss out. And if you're not already on my email list, sign up at adamscheldt.com. You don't want to miss future content on this topic and all the other good stuff that I like to share. Much gratitude also to the National Institutes of Health for their wealth of information and publications which inform this video. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Be well.